Yeah. Baby girl, you're so damn fine, though. Wanna know if I can hit it from behind, though. I'm sipping on you like some fine wine, though. When it's over, I press rewind, though. Talking bands, I got it. Benjamins in my pocket. I traded my truth for some robbers, and he's playing Batman. Freddy's gonna rob him. Yeah. I got the Glock in my robbery. 17 shots, no 30.
So I just wanted to do a quick review of my trip from Sunday where I took with my family. We went to Laser Storm and we also went to California Pizza. So let me just start off with the positive. Me and my family had a great time that day. You know, we enjoyed having just being around each other, fellowshipping with each other. You know, we don't get to spend much time with each other. Everyone's doing their own lives, growing up, you know, things like that. But let's get directly into what you want to see. So, laser tagging was absolutely, like, fun. Like, the employees there were literally so nice. They were giving us, like, coupons for, like, MVP, got a free game. And it was, like, buy one, get one free. Like, so we kept playing. Because one of our family members got a free game. So the rest of us got one for free. It was just a great time. There were some younger kids there, and we're obviously not children. And they were literally good. Like, they go there every day. It's like their local, like, arcade place. It was, like, so intimate. You could have birthday parties there for small kids. I loved it. Like, I literally loved it. I was like, oh, this is a great place for birthday parties. Like, I don't even have kids, but I was just thinking, like, how good would it be to have, like, a birthday party there? I literally loved it. Also, it's like, if you do have a party there, it's not like a big place. Like, I'm not saying big in a bad way. I'm saying you could have only 2 chaperones, like a mom and a dad, or 2 sisters, or 2 brothers, or aunt and uncle watching an entire party of 20 plus kids because, like, you know, there's double doors for security. The arcade's small. You could have one outside and then one in the party room, and both the adults probably could still see each other, plus the co-workers. I seen them kind of looking after kids too. One girl got hurt with a skee ball, and he was just like there for her. Like, does she need anything? Does she want anything to drink? And they were willing to give everything to her free, you know, like drinks, even though the parents had already paid for, like, the rented out. It's very on the open road, so it's easy to get to. It's very accessible. I mean, if you're driving, if you're walking, I don't know how you're gonna get there so easily. But if you catch a lift, it's easy to find. It's a cute place. It's a really cute place. And inside, it's very kid-friendly as well. I mean, like, safety. Like, you're not going to trip over, like, carpet coming up. It's very well kept together. I really enjoyed Laser Storm. So I highly recommend going laser tagging at Laser Storm. Yes! Go Laser Storm. I'm proud of you. Keep looking out for those kids. So, after laser tagging, we obviously went to get food because we were so exhausted from all the work we were doing. Trust me, I was going a little crazy. And if you don't know what I'm saying, I'll put another clip in of me doing laser tag, so. What? Dang it! Okay, so, we went to California Pizza, and my family loves, it's hard to mess up pizza, but I guess this was just not a good day for them, maybe. I'm just going to give them the benefit of the doubt and not say, like, they're the worst place ever, but I'm going to say, in my young life, this is probably some of the worst service I've ever gotten, and I've been at some bad establishments, some fast food places that were pretty bad. So I just want to start out by saying our server's name was Gary. He was great. He was excellent. He was waiting on his hand and foot. It was not his fault. He did everything he could to accommodate us, even though he had no power to. So I just want to start out by saying when we came in, the restaurant was about 2/4 full. So, like, halfway full. It was a Sunday. It was also Veterans Day, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt on that. They did have a Veterans Day selection for veterans to get a few things that they could pick from that was free. So yeah, that was okay. So I'm sorry, this is very touchy to me just because I don't want to slander them, but this was literally terrible. Like, this was, I'm smiling, but I'm just trying to remain calm because it's not that serious to be upset about now that it's over, but we did not enjoy our time. So it was also, I don't know if I mentioned earlier, Trey again. I don't know if I mentioned earlier that it was my aunt's birthday, and you know, we all gathered together for like events because that's the only time we really get to spend time with each other. So with that being said, we go in, everything's fine. Well, let me start out by saying we got our drinks. The drinks were perfect, okay? Everyone got their drinks. After 5 minutes, so 10 minutes, we started needing refills. Not me in particular, but you know, the table started needing drinks. So he brought over drinks, and then everyone asked for water because we all got something fruity or Pepsi product, Coke product. So certain people, like there was probably 7 of us, 10 of us, only about 4 or 5 of us asked for waters. He brought over about 9. So it's not like he was trying to just accommodate everyone. He brought over too many or too less. He was either trying to give us all a water or too many of us a water. So at that moment, we all had about 2 drinks sitting in front of us, cluttering up room. We also ordered appetizers, but they hadn't came out yet. So he brought us plates for like, you know, to give like warm bread and like a garlic sauce. He gave us 2 of those little baguettes. I don't know like what the quantity for 10 people would be, but personally 2 just wasn't enough. They're about this big. So after we were sitting there for half an hour, 2, we were a little bit hungry. I mean, we came from laser tagging, we were exhausted. That was fine. We weren't too stressed out about the bread. You know, we were sitting there talking. Then drinks were getting emptier. He brought over plates. We noticed right away, my aunt noticed right away that it was a stack of like 10 plates. We didn't eat 10 plates for sure. And they were all like stained. They had sauce residue on them. It wasn't just like dishwasher stains, you know what I mean? It was like, you could tell like there was like a barbecue sauce there, and like someone just wiped it and they still had like the crust around the edges. We weren't really happy about that. So we asked our server, Gary, can you please bring over a new stack of plates? There's some things on this. And he goes on to tell us like, sure, like I'll do it. Like I understand, like there's a few things, like I get it, whatever, we might have made a mistake. He brings out a new stack with like, it was more plates. It was probably like 14, not quite 15, not quite 10 in this stack. You know, we get halfway through it, it was fine, and then we find more stains. So we just pack those ones all back up, give them back to Gary. He comes over again politely, he goes, yeah, everything in this place is dirty. And I'm like, wow, I don't want you, my server here at a food establishment, to tell me something like that. That's very gross. We go on the order anyway, so he takes our order. One of my aunts wasn't ready, and he came over about 4 more times within a 10-minute span asking her if she was ready. Kind of rushed her. I mean, she was trying to pick out what she wanted, and she didn't have the time she needed. So she picked something, and it still didn't. She wasn't ready. So that was one thing I didn't like about that, about the serving, but everything else was fine with Gary. So far. So we go on for about, I'm just gonna say another hour. So we're at an hour and a half at this point. Food comes out. Food comes out. Mind you, we ordered appetizers. We had empty plates that we had fought for that were dirty. The first 2 times we got them, they were dirty plates. And then we got out clean plates and never got the appetizers. My cousin addressed it and was like, hey, like, we never got appetizers. Like, what's going on? He was like, yeah, we're really backed up, so they'll be out. I don't know if you guys are familiar with appetizers, but they come out before the food is done. Appetizers come out before the food. Now, okay, so we were like, okay. So then he starts placing the food in front of us. And what sits in front of me is a pizza. I ordered shrimp scampi with extra Parmesan. He brought out me a shrimp scampi pizza with extra Parmesan. I ordered pasta. My cousin's wife across from me ordered she ordered chicken. She got shrimp pasta in front of her. So at this point, we're a little bit irritated because we waited almost like an hour, 45 minutes at this point. And not only did me and her have the wrong food, my aunt that ordered a little bit later and after us had no food at all already. It's a little bit rude to bring out, you know, half of the table's food and not everyone's, because we're a family, we like to eat together. So we got over that, and then they brought out my aunt's food. They said they were going to remake our pasta, so they were good on that. And then they brought out my aunt's food, and she ordered lettuce wraps. And I don't know how other people eat lettuce wraps, but like when you get them, they're usually wrapped up with like stuff with like some vegetables, beans, rice, stuff like that. They brought her half a head of lettuce and like a pile of rice, beans, and stuff mixed up. And it's like, yeah, you have to stuff them and wrap them yourself. I don't know about you guys, when you go out to a restaurant, you expect them to be wrapped already. So she's kind of like, well, I didn't expect like this. And then they brought it out to her on 2 separate plates. And like, mind you, we had all those cups on the table. There's not really much room. Everyone already had food plates. It's a small table. We're in a booth with almost like 8 or 9 of us, and 10, I don't know what number it was exactly, but so she kind of was like, you know what, I didn't expect them to be, you know, not put together. Like, can you place them in the back? I'm sorry. Give this chef my regards. Like, I didn't mean to, you know, make him do extra work if I wasn't gonna. So she was fine with that. We were a little bit sad she didn't want to eat with us, you know. Next thing you know, 10 minutes go past, 20 minutes go past, 25 minutes go past. They have the nerve to bring out these appetizers. Seriously? Appetizers. So, like, Gary goes on to say, like, hey, the pizza I brought you is going to be free. That shrimp noodles, whatever, it's going to be free. Everything I brought wrong to the table is going to be free. And then, like, my cousin goes, like, well, we don't want these appetizers. It was before they came out. We don't want the appetizers. You could just keep them back there. You know, we know you got it backed up. He's like, okay, I'll just take them out. You know, he said, I know they're already cooking them. I'll bring them out to you. I'll just take them off the bill. We're like, all right, that makes it a little bit better. And then another 10, 20 minutes goes past. Me and my cousin's wife still have no food. I mean, I obviously have pizza, but it's not what I wanted. So I wasn't really eating it. And then there was someone next to me who already had that. And we all planned on sharing slices of pizza and stuff like that. So that's why none of us got the same thing. Next thing you know, like, my cousin is upset. I'll put in a clip of what happened. He's upset, of course. We never got our pastas. We went to go talk to the managers, or we asked for a speak to a manager, and they were like, okay, 5 minutes. Now, we could see in the kitchen, but we never knew that this guy that was plating was a manager until we caught our server go up there and talk to him again. And he just was like, they just let them go. They can just leave. You don't have to pay for anything. I don't want to talk to them, pretty much. So we were like, can we have someone else? No one came over for another 10, 15, 20 minutes. No one ever came over. We literally had to go up to the kitchen door and like, it's like a brick oven place, so we could see in the kitchen. There's no door or anything. It's just like an opening and like a bar in front of it. We were like, hello, can we talk to a manager? He's like, I was just coming to talk to you. Haven't been able to get off the line. And then the other manager was like, yeah, I've been cooking pizzas for 10 minutes. We're sorry. We couldn't get to you. And he's like, it's not like I was ignoring you. I just couldn't get there. I'm like, there's no waitresses in here that know how to plate stuff, that you couldn't come talk to some paying customers that are having an issue for 5 minutes? Or at least come over and have the respect to say, hey, I'm really busy at the moment. Just give me 1 minute. I'll be right back over to you. Simple. That's all you had to say. We would have been content with that. We weren't bugging. We weren't complaining. We've already been there for 2 hours at this point. Long story shorter than it should be. We went to the Cheesecake Factory. I highly recommend the Cheesecake Factory. Even though there was a line that was at least probably 2 hours long, we got in, got pieces of cheesecake, got out as quick as we could. They were very efficient. They were very nice. They were very respectful, even though they were at a full capacity. There were people out in the line in between like the big doors with like beepers. So they are just on top of their game. I highly recommend them. I know this wasn't like a cheesecake video, but California Pizza is a no from me. I don't know if this was just a bad night, but they weren't even at full capacity. I probably won't go there ever again. So yeah, thank you for watching my video. I'm sorry if you like California Pizza. I don't mean to offend you. I'm sorry if you work at California Pizza. Maybe you weren't there this night. I'm sorry if you're one of the managers. Please get your company in order. So that's all I have to say. I'm still in a good mood though. We had a good time overall. We all loved seeing each other. We ended up happy with our cheesecake though. So everyone else, all my new subscribers, please get your friends to subscribe. If you're new here, subscribe. If you already had a channel, subscribe. Anything, if you're not subscribed, just subscribe. If you like this video, if you liked what I had to say, if you agreed with what I said, if you didn't like it, just leave a nice comment anyway. Anyway, tell me something. Tell me a bad time you've had a bad experience somewhere in the comments. I can't wait to hear it. Like, I don't know if it's just me. I feel like my family's starting to have bad luck with going out places to eat. I can keep telling you, like, going out to eat stores if you like. I have a ton of them. So, yeah. Go subscribe. My team, go subscribe. My team, yeah.
We waited for 30, 40 minutes for the food to come out and then come out completely wrong. So don't get me wrong, there was a few things that they did do correctly, but it was, I mean, beyond ridiculous. A girl couldn't get her food. We've been here the whole 45 minutes. They brought everybody else's food, but couldn't bring her some food. Messed up my cousin's food. And my aunt ordered some lettuce wraps, and they just brought her a head of lettuce and said, well, this is a lettuce wrap. Just like I had a head of lettuce and cut it in half. I'm so upset. You know, I'm taking my mom out for her birthday. I'll get to be with my family all the time. Pissing me off, man. You know, my girl's pregnant. You know, I don't get to see my cousin too often. And the manager got the audacity not to even come over. They don't even live. Out of the ass.
I'll go talk.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.